Hello, it begins, and I'm so excited. This is my first YouTube video. I mean, I've made others as a musician. My name is Dana McCoy. Sometimes people call me Butterfly or Butterfly McCoy. And I'm a lifelong musician. I also write songs and write plays, musicals, rock musicals. I do all kinds of things to do with performing arts. And I wanted to start a little bit of a different channel. And I don't entirely know what the content's going to be like, but I didn't want to wait until it was going to be perfect. Because today, this beautiful and sensational little girl gave me this necklace she made for me. You can see the butterfly there, iridescent, and this wonderful bracelet with the stars. And I I want to be a good example for her. I don't want her to wait until things are perfect to go for her dreams. So let's jump in. I was so inspired. I am so inspired by the true crime community. I'm not going to be doing true crime content for the most part. I'm going to be doing content, I think, about the making of art. But there's a real crossover here because, well, it started, the true crime connection started with Gabby Petito last August when I came across something on YouTube about her. It was her body cam footage, or, well, not hers, the police body cam footage of her domestic violence stop on the highway with her boyfriend. And I was so riveted because I related with what she was going through. Um, Clearly, I am alive, so I, I have managed to navigate around some of the problematic situations I've been in. But I immediately intuitively understood she was the one in danger, not Brian, though the police were saying it was Brian. And I am very, very inspired to see what we can do to stop violence against women. And I have been writing songs on that front and musicals on that front, even though they're musical comedies. Um, my first was called Prom Queens, and it was about how we have to live up to that image. And there's a song at the finale of it called More Than Meets the Eye about how we are so much more than that. And the story is, oh, well, I won't go into that now. We'll come to it. We'll come to a breakdown of it. Maybe we'll talk more about that show. But anyway, I see some societal problems with how we are expected to meet a certain image to be worthy. And with poor Gabby, and I have also, had some situations that were, I would say, somewhat dangerous. And so there are layers of societal abuse I see from the media going towards women, from what's expected of us in terms of image, which is really abusive to tell us that we're only valuable based on that. And then if we do fit that image, we're in danger, literal danger of being accosted, assaulted, etc. And sometimes worse, as in the case of poor Gabby. So that was the start of it for me. I was riveted to all these true crime channels. And now, more recently, and it's the only other case I've really connected with in this way, is Kylie Rodney. She was a 16-year-old beautiful young girl, 16, and an honors student who graduated early. Many of you already know. If you're a true crime aficionado, you already know all this. But Kylie went missing after a supposed party for graduating seniors at her school in Truckee, California. And she was a musician, like me. I don't just play this instrument, but this is my main writing tool. It's a ukulele, a baritone uke. And I've been writing songs my whole life. And she was also a person who played music her whole life. So I connected with that case when she was missing, and then she was found dead, sadly, by a YouTube group called Adventures with Purpose, AWP. with whom I have a real issue. I'm so grateful to them for finding her, but I feel they're they're falling down on their integrity a little bit, probably for some legal reasons or financial reasons or I don't know what, but they, I think, know more about what happened to Kylie and they're not saying because they have to work with law enforcement, and if they say something different than what we were being told, which is that it was an accident, then maybe that would be difficult for them going forward. Meanwhile, I'm a big law enforcement supporter, but not if they're corrupt. You know, we have got to have checks and balances, don't we, for that? Anyway, so here's my first little attempt to start speaking with you about maybe a crossover between I'm riveted to this community, I'm riveted to what's happening with those cases and seeing justice for them. Speaking of justice, I want to mention my latest hero, someone I just respect to the moon, and that's a true crime content provider named Justice A to Z. And I just think the world of her. Ooh, I just think she's great. And I'm also extremely inspired by her. Not only the little girl who made me this and this, but by Justice, because she found her voice and it helped me have the courage to find mine. So we'll see how this goes, you guys. I thought at first, well, I have to know exactly what my mission is and have it all written out and be really clear and before I begin. But maybe what I'll do is have faith. Faith. I'm trying to have more faith in life and myself and higher power. That, and also in you, because I think together, you know, I'll listen to feedback and we'll find our way with the content. One of the things I'm interested in doing, well, Kevin Neese, another true crime guy, was wonderful and so himself, so smart, and he's an ex-cop. He was a good cop, and Kevin wrote a wonderful song. I think it's called My New Friends, and it's great, and it's about Kylie. So you could find that on his channel, Kevin Neese. And he's meeting Friday nights with his community, of which I'm a member, a part, to figure out how do we go forward, how do we get justice for Kylie. And I'm still interested in how do we get justice for Gabby as well. So I suggested a concert. And there are a lot of wonderful musicians in the true crime community. And maybe we're going to do a concert in June, somewhere in the area of Truckee, perhaps. Who knows? Maybe we'll have to do it in Washington, D.C. or something else. I don't know. But it's in the works. And so I want to document that process and this really cool community, this really, really cool community of very bright people. You know, not everyone has the same opinions, and it's nice that that's okay, but that we're sharing resources to form perhaps ideas about what may have happened to these people. And you know what? There are all kinds of cases that are being helped by the true crime community. Gabby was found thanks to some YouTubers, and so was Kylie, in fact. And other evidence is turning up. They're great. CNY Family is doing amazing things. CNY Family is another page. And she is just like a dog with a bone. She's not having it, and I love that about her. And she just does not talk smack at all. It's straight up with her, you know, and really digging very deep to find evidence. And then there's this guy, Living Lake Time, and he's a great musician. I'm going to see if he wants to maybe join for a concert. So that's one project on the boards, is that we could document how this really kooky, wonderful community is doing amazing things and make some music and have some fun together. And by making this music and perhaps having this concert, we might also bring more awareness and support to these cases. I'm interested in these two particular ones, but there are so many. And you know, it's not okay. And maybe, I think it's frightening that we have Big Brother, you know, that everyone, there's no privacy, everyone's being watched all the time, and nothing can really be hidden anymore. And then there's the upside of that. We are also watching, you know? And let's let that be a good thing. Let's let that be a call to step up in terms of our integrity, that we can provide some of the checks and balances that seem to be so needed. So that's a start. Let's see if I have the courage to post this. Maybe I'll try to reach Justice A to Z and see if she'll help me hit send. But I hope to continue, because there's so much I'd love to share with you. I live in New York City, and I'm just a part of so many fantastic creative things going on as well, and it all folds together. So let's see how. You guys will let me know what you want more or less of, and we'll just see where it goes. I'm the cashier at the corner store, the neighborhood whore, the girl next door, fashion queen in a magazine, girl in the scene on the porno screen, yeah. Some want to hurt me, 'cause they're filled with jealousy. Others mistreat me, they only want what they see. Only want what they see. They only want what they see. But there's more than meets the eye. More than meets the eye. More than meets the eye. Oh, don't you see what's inside? The media tells us it's sex that sells us. We get the message that we better measure up. By our teens we learn to fit the mold. Always be pretty and never, never grow old. And some wanna hurt us 'cause they're filled with jealousy. Others mistreat us, they only want what they see. Only want what they see. They only want what they see. But there's more than meets the eye. More than meets the eye. More than meets the eye. Maybe you guys could sing it with me. More than meets the eye. 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 Good. We'll do that again later. Beneath this breast, a heart is pounding. Under this hair, a mind resounding. In this chest, a heart is yearning. In this head, a mind is learning. Sing with me again. More than meets the eye. 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 In this head, a heart is pounding. Under this hair, a mind resounding. In this chest, a heart is yearning. In this head, a mind is learning. Don't you see what's inside? All right. Dana Butterfly McCoy out. Mwah!